The most infamous drug lord you've never met. Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán, the ruthless boss of the Sinaloa cartel, escaped Mexican prisons not once, but twice. He smuggled tons of cocaine, hid from authorities using lavish tunnels, and emerged as a legend. But behind the myth lies a global manhunt that spanned continents and uncovered a web of corruption, violence, and political influence. This is Inside the Crime, the hunt for El Chapo. If you're fascinated by dark cartel secrets, twisted corruption, and Hollywood-level prison escapes, hit subscribe now, because this saga is only getting wilder from here. The birth of a kingpin. Born in 1957 in rural Sinaloa, Guzmán started with small-time thefts and weed shipments. By the late 1980s, he partnered with Hector Beltrán Leiva and Rafael Caro Quintero. But his real rise began after joining the Guadalajara cartel and seizing territory during its fall. Chapo's strengths weren't just firepower, they were strategy, decentralized cells, encrypted communications, and bribing local officials. His ability to outsource and delegate made him nearly invisible. First arrest escape. In 1993, Chapo was arrested in Guatemala and extradited to Mexico. But in 2001, he escaped Puente Grande maximum security prison, allegedly in a laundry cart. This escape cemented his legend. Suddenly, he was a symbol, a Robin Hood figure to some, a demon to others. El Chapo reigns. After escaping, Chapo rebuilt the Sinaloa cartel stronger than ever, smuggling drugs through tunnels into U.S. cities, bribing law enforcement, and forging alliances with major crime bosses worldwide. He encrypted communications using BlackBerry devices and code-named operations like Thunderbird. His mystique allowed him to step back from day-to-day operations. He was invisible. CTA. If you're new here, tap subscribe so you never miss the moment we break into those secret tunnels. Truly cinematic. The global manhunt. By 2012, international pressure mounted. The U.S. listed him a kingpin in 2005 under the Kingpin Act. Joint operations saw DEA and Mexican Marines swap intelligence. They went after his lieutenants, El Chapo's lawyers, accountants, and traffickers, listening in on encrypted messages and following financial trails. Every asset seized narrowed his world. Visual suggestion: show wiretap audio waveform, maps of operations, DEA raids. 2014 arrest in Mazatlan. On February 23, 2014, changed. Mexican Marines raided a luxurious safe house in Mazatlan. Chapo? He wasn't armed. He came out bloody and betrayed. The manhunt had finally caught its ghost. Altiplano escape. But the legend wasn't over. In July 2015, El Chapo tunneled out of Altiplano Max, a state-of-the-art prison. The tunnel had a bike on rails. The escape shook Mexico to its core and exposed deep corruption. They found the tunnel, 1.5 kilometers long, ventilated, lit, deep. Someone helped build it, possibly inside the prison. The candidate list? High up in the system. Final capture. Extradition. El Chapo was recaptured in January 2016 in Los Mochis, Sinaloa. This time, they held him in a high-security cage. In 2017, he was extradited to the U.S., pled guilty in 2019, and received a life sentence plus 30 years, ending loudly with a judge declaring, "You ruined countless lives." Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán's story is more than crime. It's a saga of power, evasion, and international intrigue. It exposed corruption at the highest levels and spawned legends. If this story hooked you, make it count. Like, comment your theory on who helped build that tunnel, and subscribe for weekly deep dives into cartel dramas, prison breaks, and dark underworld history. This is Uncovered Crime Stories by Puissant Dynamics. True crime stories, your truth-seeking home. See you next week.